Okay, I've got another inner pocket in here with a bunch of small pouches. You probably saw some of these featured in the Sweebo 6 video when I was in Vancouver, but I'm going to show those to you again anyhow. We'll move these aside here. Okay guys, most of these are little PCC carry cases from County Com, or personal carry case. I've actually done a desktop review on these. They're pretty handy for keeping small pieces of equipment organized. Let's just start off here at the end. This is going to be my my water kit. I've got an Aquamira filter in here. This is kind of a multi-use filter. I can put a straw on this. I can use a piece of vinyl tubing on here and set up a gravity feed system. There's lots of different things I can do with this. I can use this in the bottom of a container and run a straw up through the top, but this will do about 25 gallons of water reliably. I actually prefer the system that screws on the end of a 2-liter Coke bottle. I think that that's a little bit more versatile. It offers some better options, but this is going to be pretty good for, this is all that was available when I bought this. But if you're looking at them, check out Aquamira's connector for a 2-liter bottle. Actually, I think that one does 25 gallons and this one does about 50 gallons. This one has a little bit more capacity. The other one probably a bit more versatility. I've got a small straw here that will work on the end of my, and it's extendable. It'll work on the end of that filter. It will also work on this little coarse filter here. This is just a generic drinking straw that works in a pinch. It's not going to take care of viruses. It's not going to filter those out. But this would be used in conjunction with another type of purification, something like these Aquamira tablets. So each one of these will treat about a quart of water, about 32 ounces. And I can put one of these in my Guyot container like this, and if it's real muddy water or real kind of murky water, I can use the straw in that container too. So I've got a couple different options there. Alright, next I've got my MC3-160 compass. This is the Sunto. This is their DTG CB. I don't think it's made anymore. It's got the tritium element here to light up the underside of the degree or the bearing line. Really handy. This is a great accurate compass. I typically don't use this one a lot. Kind of just keep it in my EDC pack. This is the County Com polycarbonate signal mirror. I keep that in behind the compass, and I kind of stick this up against the fleece. That way it's not going to scratch it. Okay, next. Oh, this is my little headlamp. This is the Zebra light H30. This is a 3-mode CR123 light. I typically have this locked out so that it can't get accidentally activated. It has a low, medium, and high mode. Low, medium, high just cycles through those. Very reliable. It's got a very broad beam on it. Perfect for a headlamp. You don't want something with a lot of throw that'll give you tunnel vision. You want a nice close-up, widespread light source. Something that's going to be real workable anywhere from this distance to my lap out to about 10 feet, 15 feet or so. It's got plenty of light for navigation. I also have a 3-pack of RCR AW brand 123 batteries. These are lithium-ion batteries. It will operate off of lithium ions, rechargeable, and it'll work off of standard lithium or lithium primary CR123 batteries, and you saw that 8-pack that I had for the LX2 flashlight. If you're only going to have a 2-light system, I would strongly suggest getting a high-quality headlamp in conjunction with a high-quality handheld. When it comes to redundancy, your headlamp and your primary handheld light should use the same battery, and both of these do. Alright, next in the kit, this is the GP4L radio. This is a small AA powered radio. Of course, you saw that I also have a AA light, and I have AA radios and a couple other AA devices. So this kind of goes along with those. This has a small light in it, a small LED light for up close work, emergency. It's got an extendable antenna AM, FM, really handy little unit. I've got plenty of battery power to power this little guy. Also has a clock on it and an alarm clock. This is my little fire kit. Got some more wet fire in here. I've got a whole bunch of these with that portable stove that you saw earlier. This is my main striker. This is a large army steel that you've seen in the Swibo 6 Vancouver video. I've also got the Belomo 7 magnification loop. That's more, I use this more for utility, finding splinters and stuff like that, getting out cactus needles. But it's in the fire kit because it can also be used as a fire starting implement. Okay, back to the backpack again. Let's hit the main compartment. Okay, I've got my little level 1 mod 3 PFAC in here. This is the style that USNER doc is using. This is actually made by somebody else. I'll probably, I don't know if he set up a channel yet, but I'll probably annotate where this came from. Outstanding little pack. It was with me the full time up in Alaska. I think that's it for the main compartment, unless I'm forgetting something. I did forget something up here in the small front compartment. I've got a toothbrush, toothpaste, and I've got my small food kit here. I've got a couple of hot chocolates in there. I've got several Nutri-Grain bars. I have some Trail Mix granola bars. I've got some Nature Valley bars. I've got a Cliff blueberry bar. Some candy canes, just some hard candy. And I think that's about it. So just some, you know, usually I like a Snickers bar or two. I like the chocolate and peanuts, but you know, here in the wintertime I'm okay, but in the summertime this stuff melts instantly. So this is what I've got right now. I'll probably like to have a couple Snicker bars in there, but it's good fast energy and it's reliable, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. It's not very heavy. Got a very small compartment right up here. I usually carry some spare change in there, some quarters in case I had to make some kind of emergency phone call or something from a pay booth, a pay phone. And I've got an extra vehicle key up in here. Always good to have a spare key for your vehicle. If it's not going to be with you, then it's good to have it with somebody who you can trust that is nearby. I got a carabiner on the side here. Okay. Got a couple of hand warmer pockets. And I've got a 50-foot hank of Dayglow paracord. This is wrapped in the Crockett 20 style around the thumb and pinky. You can go over to Crockett 20's site and see how he does that. I used to carry it a different way, but ever since I saw his video, I started carrying it this way. And I've got about 75 feet of County Com lightweight utility rope. Always got an extra pair of socks on me, or I try to. I used them once and forgot to put them back in there. I've got... Okay, this is my Maelstrom S12 flashlight. This is the copper version. I meant to do a review on this a while back and never did. The copper is a little bit heavy. Doesn't really offer that much more performance over the aluminum one, to be honest with you. Not sure how permanent this is going to be, but this went to Alaska with me and I've been carrying it every day. Carries a big cell. It's a 26-650 battery. I won't get too much into the specifications now, but basically it's a peak output of about 800 lumens, and that can change and go down to about 400 lumens, but this will give you about 8 hours of a lot of light per cell. It is only a 2-mode light. And I've got an extra 26-650 cell, so I've got a lot of light. This is going to kind of fill the searchlight role in my backpack. Even though it's not very big, if you go to a place like goinggear.com, look at his videos. I'll have to annotate his YouTube site because I can't remember it. But if you go to Going Gear, you'll see that he takes a bunch of lights, runs them head to head against one another, and you'll see the performance of that SST90 LED with that rather large reflector. So it can work as a pocket searchlight, so to speak. I'd still rather have a Polarian or a SR90 or something like that, but something that's carryable every day and it's not going to weigh me down. This light with an extra cell is going to give me a lot of potential there. And the last thing here in my side pocket is a net that I carry. This is multi-use. It could be used as mosquito netting, emergency evacuation through Africanized bees or something like that. You've seen this in several videos, including my last disaster relief video, EDC backpack video, and probably my gear check, my desert hike and gear check video. I've discussed the benefits of this in almost every one of those. It's a great tool to have, and being that it's in a side pocket, I've got pretty fast access to it. Last thing here, I won't bother to take it off, but this is a Night Eyes adjustable bungee. I've used that several times for securing clothing or whatever. Maybe I want to wrap my hoodie up under here or my waterproof jacket or something like that. It's handy just for attaching something to the outside. Well, as you can see, we've got a pretty good piece of kit here. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. We've got a lot of different implements. It covers a broad spectrum of knowns and unknowns. When it comes to these EDC style kits, guys, I know everyone's got their own opinion, their own take on the sort of thing, but this is something that works good for me. You know, in a rather mundane, day-to-day type of non-combat zone lifestyle, you want to have items that are going to provide you a certain amount of utility, items that are going to provide you a certain amount of comfort, and items that are going to provide you a certain amount of emergency in unknown emergency, whether it's disaster or WROL, God forbid, or some other type of scenario. So this is what I'm carrying right now. This kit changes from season to season. When we get to summertime again, I'll carry another dedicated water bottle. That way I always have a certain amount of water with me, but most of the water is going to be stored in my vehicle. So again, food is going to change with that. Food and water and clothing are going to change with this kit. But as far as the equipment used, this is what I'm carrying right now. So I always appreciate your ideas. I like to go around and look at other people's kits too. But this is something that I've developed now for probably the last, I don't know, maybe 20 years that I've been doing this sort of thing, carrying a kit with me in a day-to-day type of fashion, or a day-to-day backpack EDC kit. So I was carrying it back before I even knew what EDC was, so or everyday carry. So these are the items that I have, guys. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that it will help you build your own. I always like to have... So thanks a lot for watching. Sorry it's been so long since the last video, but I hope that you enjoyed this series. Catch you later, guys. Take care.